NationWars 3, Rotti, and also the Zerg versus Zerg and Terran versus Terran expert, Drogo. What's up, man?
Hello, glad to be here.
Good to be back with you again. We had a lot of fun last week, and only more fun to come with you. You enjoyed your games casting so far?
Yeah, no Protoss, that's how I like it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you like it, right? We're going to be having what could be the last game between Mexico and Canada as Major gets revived to go up against an informed, seemingly so, Scarlet.
Yes, he looked very strong. Oh man, it's so hard to speak. I had so many chocolate cookies in the break. Now my mouth is full of chocolate.
He ran them in the 60-second break, Roddy stuffed
Yeah,
them all
because
in.
they said we're never on time. So it was like 20 seconds. I got plenty of time to eat one more cookie, but the dream was dead.
He's like, still.
But no, Sean, I totally agree. He looked incredibly good, and I'm very curious to see how he's going to go up again against Major. This time Central Protocol, a very unique map. I think it was Scarlet, right, that in the qualifiers he was playing for Canada, and then he was playing on this map, and somebody was working on the back rocks, and he's like, oh, this map is back rocks, cool, or something like that. So back then he wasn't very familiar with Central Protocol.
Kalazor.
Yes. Oh, and Kalazor actually won.
Yes.
Impressive.
Scarlet played one game in the qualifiers and lost that one game. And Desro and Hook were the highest performing players. But here, NationWars 3's actually started.
This is where it matters, though. You know, like going up against some of the weaker nations. I love my southern neighbors from Belgium, but currently the Belgian team is not extremely strong.
Yeah.
So this is truly where you have to shine. If you want to make an impact for your nation, this is where you have to do it. And so far, she is doing it, spawning on the left top side of Central Protocol, and is of course Scarlet herself.
All right, Drogo.
The bottom left of the map, this is the green Terran that loves Pokemon. It's Light, or Major.
Or Princess, or Flower.
When you said light, I just had a flashback of Death Note. Yakome Lighta. Have you ever watched it?
Yes.
I haven't.
Did you like it?
Yep.
I thought it was pretty good too, and I'm not even an anime guy, but I thought it was a very good show.
Let's have a look at Major's names. Okay, Major, Windy, Terran, Princess, Brittany, Kitty, Memory, Cute Angel, Nonji, Special, Sofu, Light, I Love,
Altaria.
Altaria.
Is that the ballet girl from Russia?
Pokemon, I think.
No, that's a Pokemon.
Well, he used to be in love with this Russian ballet dancer.
That's the list of Major's IDs over the few years, and I'm sure there's more. This guy.
I didn't actually know half of those that you just mentioned, Sean.
Well, now you do.
Did you ever have a very funny nickname that you kind of embarrassed of? If you go back in time?
Apollo.
No, the Apollo.
No, that's better than the one I have now.
No, Apollo is great. Apollo is pretty good.
No, look at Roddy though, man. Drogo's got the sickest name.
Petit.
What were you called before Drogo?
Big Drogo.
Big Drogo?
It's literally my first nickname ever.
See, look, how could we not be as cool as that? God, he's pulled off the good name.
I used to call myself Koiman.
Koimon?
Yeah. It's like, instead of on the koi, you know, Koiman.
Oh, Koiman.
Which would translate to a cage man.
Oh, I like that translation. That describes you really well.
Why? What makes me a cage man?
Mate, I've seen you break cages, I've seen you make cages.
I have no idea what that means or what you're talking about.
Yeah, he does.
Either way, the first Reaper is making his way across the map.
And he's gonna be here incredibly soon because if and Lear are like very close to each other in this position, they are insanely close. I would really like to see Major do something really aggressive because you know mind drop, that's cool, it's multitasking, but you don't really abuse the fact that you're super close to your opponents.
I don't like the way he plays that mine. I think it's better to put the mine on the left side of the drone so the drone jumps to the right side and you will be able to get an extra hit off a lot quicker. Because now you're kind of pushing the drone away, which makes it a lot harder for the Reaper to get the final hit off.
Yeah, it's an insanely big deal, so no Major is in a really big deficit in this game. We can't all be Rotterdam.
Can't all be.
You know, people do that
everybody.
against me lately. You know, whenever I play against a pretty good Terran, and it's like, Reapers are not scary, and then this annoying mine pushes the probe towards the Reaper, and I always end up losing a probe. I was like, man, I'm so bad at this game. Why am I the only Protoss in the world that's losing workers to Reapers?
But after this game, I can teach you a trick to never lose a probe ever again as a Protoss player.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Wow.
Can you not share it on broadcast?
I can, but it's hard to explain in broadcasts.
Does it?
Drogo doesn't share things on broadcast. We learned that already.
I have a build.
I have a build. I spoke to Lilbo before. What do you say? Nothing. Double gas coming in for our dear friend Major, and he's also gone up towards the starport. So we'll see what he's going to go. Hellion
Ooh.
Banshee, perhaps, but
A really quick watch throwing from Scarlet. Is that for an aggressive 2-burst play?
cheeky.
Multiple Overlords in production, so that's a lot of free supply. So it's definitely possible. 10 Zerglings
Yeah.
are being produced at the moment.
Did it just get scouted? No.
Against a Cloak Banshee opening, though, I'm going to wonder how effective this could truly be. Could also just be worried about something else.
It looks like she's about to power up roaches.
How many, though? If
How
it's just 4 or 5, I don't think it means that much. If it's more than 5, then obviously we're on to something, boys. It's 6. All right.
Yeah, she's going for it.
We're
But
on to something.
I think this is looking good for Major, though.
Yeah, I agree with the Cloak Banshee.
Just keep his Banshee production up and...
Yeah, this time he went for the Banshee straight away, which is definitely better in this situation.
Scout. Denied.
But no layer on the way, no second guess. May mean something.
Well, he's building a bunker, and he's
Yeah.
scanned the natural. He sees it. He sees...
Yep. Sees the roaches, sees the double extractor there, sees also still no layer. So I think this Banshee should be all that he needs. Multiple Ravagers being morphed now, so it's going to be that good old dance, but it's very hard to land Ravager shots on a unit like a Banshee. It's a little easier than on a Phoenix, or quite a bit easier, but it should still be hard. It should still be very
loses
hard.
one Ravager almost instantly there. Goes down, here comes the wall, and can Scarlet break through? She does it,
Wow.
they win, but I'm not sure if this is going to work or not.
I mean, she broke the bunker.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Major pull a few more SCVs just to buy a little
Yes.
bit of extra time for that second Banshee to pop.
Is she going to do it? 2 Banshees now cloaked up, invisible to see, and doing a lot of damage now.
I still don't think so though, because it's just roaches. These Banshees will be able to clean it up, and if Zerglings will be the reinforcements, well, all the Hellions are still alive. A lot of very low HP SCVs, but all of the SCVs do survive.
Remember,
Well,
there's no third command center in this too, so it's not like recovery is going to be easy for Major. 10
Let's see.
SCVs are down.
that's a few more than I thought went down.
Wall back up, Queen's coming in to assist against the Banshees. 16 SCVs going down here, Kev. Finally, these roaches are going to be cleaned up. One more kill going to take it up to 19.
I think it's still bugged, right? I think if an SCV takes damage, it shows that it died. I don't think actually 21 SCVs went down.
I think they did, Kev.
Yeah, I think a lot of SCV got killed in this attack.
but
Sorry.
Only 19 left, and he's going to eventually hold this. And the last Queen is going to pick up another couple of Zerglings to him, but they do retreat out. No, they're going to go in again.
it's still in the heli, and maybe a few more SCVs are going to fall, but losing both those Queens I think hurts quite a bit. The layer is halfway done, so that's something, but these benches should be able to do a lot of work. I mean, how many times haven't we seen this in the past where, no, Zerg is up 20 workers, you know, it's not even 20 right now, it's just 11. But then the Banshees make their way across the map. Hellions will force out more units as well.
3
So,
Banshees is pretty big.
yeah, I think all things considered, this is still very, very good for Major.
And Scarlet wanted to be aggressive by advancing with her 2 queens, but now she doesn't have a lot of queens. This is gonna be hard.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. 3 Banshees come in straight for the Queen. Sporecrawler only just now finishing up, but there is a big weakness at the back here, and that is the drone lines and Queens, and also that drop into the main base. Major. Is he going to turn this around for a victory? Drops in, and Scarlet doesn't have anything. She's building additional Queens. And this looks like a very good hold from Major into a counter victory, perhaps.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever. That Spire is only halfway done. We all know how difficult it is for Spores to get in position when the Banshees are already there. By the time you root your Spore Crawler, then the Banshees will just move to another another exposed angle.
And behind this, Stim is done. Barracks and units still pumping out. Looking good here for good old Major to potentially go the distance in this series. He's going to have to take on the rest of Team Canada.
And it's going to be a very big match then for Desro. Of course, this match is not over yet. Scarlet is also not unfamiliar with comebacks. We have seen her make a couple of remarkable comebacks over the years.
Got a ton of gas, but no minerals, sadly.
I just feel it's going to be so hard for her to go up to 3 bases, though. Like, where do you even go up to 3 bases? This is what I mean, by the way. Like, if she takes it in the middle, then it's extremely vulnerable to any push. And if you take it on the top side, look how far drones have to travel. You basically have to open up your main base and take out the rocks, but that also allows units to squeak in squeeze in a lot easier. Run by.
Overlord sees the command center, kind of realizing the positions he's in. We shouldn't be seeing Major mess up on his turret timings at all. He knows exactly what he's playing against, and then he's not going to take damage to the Mutilus and power up time.
And Stim is already done, right?
Yeah. Combat shield's just about finished as well.
How many Marines we're currently looking at? Only 8 Marines, so that is a little bit tricky. He's going to have to buy a little bit of time for himself to get that Marine count up to where he wants to.
Yeah.
But as soon as we look at 20 Marines or so, he does a phenomenal job in keeping his Banshees alive over and over again, by the way. Could have maybe done a tiny bit more with them on Larilla Crest. I think denying the fourth base would have been a realistic opportunity, which would have slowed down the larva production, etc., etc. But other than that, I think Major is very on point with his Banshee control.
Yeah, Scarlet's got a lot of work to do to come back into this game. At first, Evolution Chamber's being thrown down. You can notice how far away behind she is in upgrades. And already a push to keep the Mulus from harassing on the other side of the map and clearing some creep in the middle.
That hatchery
Mind ya.
is going down now, but just imagine if Major loads up 2 Manavacs full of Marines or a couple of Marines and Marauders, sends it via the right side. How on earth is Scarlet supposed to see that?
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. All right, Scarlet, show us your magic trick.
3 Hellion, maybe 2.
Yeah. Oh, that's some magic right there.
Want to see these Hellions disappear.
I don't know what it is with the French, but I'm never sure whenever they are sarcastic or if they mean it.
Yeah, it's
really hard, especially with Stefano and sometimes with Todd. But
yeah, French.
even with Drogo a little bit, I was like, was he actually genuinely impressed there, or?
I don't think he was.
What was it, Drogo?
I was genuinely impressed by this Mutalist Micro.
See, again, like, I don't know that he's on the
Yeah, no, I'm still not sure. You're scaring me, man.
All right, Mula's coming towards the back, trying to find a bit of damage. Scarlet's gone over to Roach production here. She might be able to looking to overwhelm the third when Major moves out, but
I know it's a bit more exposed, but at this point, when you're that behind, just take the gold, you know? Like, even Major is sending units to the gold, expecting it to be there.
she's just going to go for one. I think she's realized how far behind she is. She's not droning up that third at all. It's just powering away on Roach's Ravager. With a good fight killing off the army, maybe, but...
Look how close these bases are. I mean, our observer, Koka, is showing it now as well. This orbital can basically wave at the hatchery. Like, hey guys, how's larva production going? Everything on point, how are the mules? Still raining down, baby.
All right, Major moves up. He's going to walk into all these Roach Ravagers. He's like, holy,
I mean,
all right,
this is a big army from Scarlets.
yeah, and Major's in trouble a little bit. These Ravagers doing a lot of damage from the back here. Mula's coming in to assist.
Need the Liberators, man.
Yeah, I don't, where did they go? There they are. All right, well, here we are going to have another fight coming in. Scarlet turns around.
Oh! Look at the corrosive bio actually connecting with quite a few Marines. Major is bleeding out units. Man, these Ravagers are doing some serious work. Now actually his economy is starting to hurt quite a bit as well. Scarlet actually turning this around despite the fact that she only had 25 drones at a certain point.
And if she breaks his second base after Major just lost his army, this is huge. Scarlet, no way she's going to pick up this victory. Try to build up an army, and Major's second base is broken. Where's his units? He needs them out. Liberator goes into its defender mode at the back there, but it's going to take him out by a couple of corrosive biles.
Widow Mine's already fired and a couple of
looks
roaches.
like he's starting to hold, though.
Yeah, but at what cost, Sean?
Well, he is down to 26 SCVs again in this game.
He needs to do some economic damage as well. I really think maybe taking this base was a little bit too ambitious. I think if he would have just taken 6 o'clock, his life would have probably been a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Because it suddenly looked like a massive army, but it's Roach Ravager, you know. All you have to do as a Terran player is get more Liberators, get more Marines and Marauders, and then eventually you will be able to power your way through that army, because it's not like those Roaches and Ravagers had phenomenal upgrades.
There's so many mules in that third base.
Yeah, but so, well.
It's mines as well, protecting this as well. 4 mines, quite a lot.
Are there any Mulalists left?
Just built up another set, so 5, 6.
5. The number is going to grow a little bit.
Yeah, but Scarlet's income's so bad. I mean,
I don't think Scarlet has her 5th and 6th extractor, or does she?
No, well, 5th apparently, but still very low on drones. Only 42. Comes into the mineral line though, picking down a couple of more SCVs.
But drones are dying at the third of Scarlet too. Yeah. It's Liberator.
Liberator.
She didn't have that gas yet, just now.
20 Marines is a bit of a problem though. Bit of a problem.
And the siege tank is being made too.
Yeah, I mean, with these spawning positions, I don't even mind seeing tanks. I don't think it's that bad.
No, I think it's pretty good.
Harassing the mineral line. The
Another
dial.
3 Ravagers.
Can almost harass from your own natural.
Every unit matters at this point. Scarlet trying to build up to fight again. The longer this game goes on, I feel the better it's probably going to be for Major.
I mean, the bigger the armies grow, the better it is for Major, right?
Yeah.
Like Roach Ravager truly excels when you're between, let's say, 60 and max 100 army supply. But
Yeah.
if you go over that, that's when Roach Revenger starts to drop off a little bit.
So with 6 Mutalisys squad, he's gonna try to
Well,
get some
it's-
Marines,
it's
which is
fine.
pretty good.
A little
Couple
bit, yeah.
Marines, couple SCVs, maybe a siege tank.
That would be the dream. Bit of a scrappy game, this one. There's a tank that just popped out. Scarlet not paying attention. She goes into the main mineral line.
Gets a few more SCV kills. So many SCVs have died in this game, by the
Oh,
way.
got to be careful.
Oh,
One Minos going to be
no.
ripped out. Major pulls his... What is he doing? Okay,
Yeah,
now
I
he's
think
getting
he
into a
tried
better
to click
position.
below them, but he clicked behind them. But still gets 4 out of 6 Mutalisk, and that's
Wow.
obviously very, very good for our Mexican Terran players. Scarlet not paying attention there. You said it before, Sean, a little bit of a scrappy game.
Yeah, but one good thing for Scarlet is that because the game is crappy, Major can spend his gases, whereas Scarlet can because of Ravagers. So
Yeah.
her army is
but-
always gonna be more efficient.
I don't know, man.
But tanks, bunkers...
A man with a gun is a pretty powerful thing to have in your army.
Yeah.
Who needs gas?
No.
Good old
Major's even
muscle.
splitting up some of his forces and sending it around to drop towards his third base. He's feeling comfortable enough to even go for his further upgrades, +2 attack coming in. And already, you can see how much damage these Marines are doing. There's so many of them now.
As long, oh, this is a very good. Most of the units from Scarlet are terribly out of position there. No
Yeah.
Banelings either. He's just gonna go for the hatchery, by the way.
Oh.
Transfuse is gonna go down, but I think Major will still be able to get
And
this
Scarlet's
hatchery.
just going to go for a fight on the other side. She's like, all right, well, whatever. Let's do this, baby. And she's going to move in for a fight. Is there enough Roach Ravagers here? She's broken through pretty fast.
Good pickups on those tanks.
Really good pickup on the tanks, but is that too much from Scarlet?
Yeah, but he's losing
Yeah.
so many Marines on the retreat here to these Ravagers dealing damage at the background. She breaks through, and it's a third for a third.
A lot of SCV is going to go down as well. Those Marines are still on the top
Oh.
side of the map, getting quite a few drones for their efforts too. It's very important for Major that he doesn't lose his units, because in this phase in the game, every unit truly counts. He shouldn't take that fight.
And corrosive biles could change absolutely everything. They could take down so many Marines in a couple of hits.
Like, this army is stronger, but only if Scarlet is able to fortify right here and right now, and I don't think she's able to do that unless Major tries to take that base again. Why does Major want to take that base so badly? Is he afraid Scarlet is going to take it otherwise?
Maybe.
I feel like it's so much harder to defend this base than 6 o'clock. Or it's just me?
I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
can cancel it again, maybe.
All right, well, new set of
Oh.
Roach Ravagers being built again.
Scarlet has to be very careful though, because there's a lot of roaches and ravagers on the top side of the map. Major might just pick up his Marines and then force an engagement with his main army after seeing how many roaches and ravagers are on the top side of the map.
3 tanks now, too. It's always nice.
That's-
All the mines went down, right?
Yeah.
I don't think both players are mining a lot actually.
Oh! That's what happens when you go into tanks. 3 Ravagers instantly dead.
I think you're right, Drogo. 16 minutes into a Legacy of the Void game.
Yeah,
Both
but
players have
like,
been
like,
on-
like look at the mineral at the bottom for Scarlet. It's going up super slowly.
Yeah. Just
A
mind
little bit
out.
of long distance mining.
So I think it's not that bad for Major actually,
No, no.
since Scarlet isn't.
Oh, he's going to go in for a fight. Crosshair Bowers come down. Major moves out and continues to deal high amounts of damage here. +2 attacks even going to finish. He chases his army down. This could be the one step for Major and for Mexico to get back into this series by taking out an informed Scarlet.
Excellent focus fire there on those Ravagers, not being hesitant. This time the reinforcements have arrived. They were on the top side of the map, and those corrosive biles are truly connecting, but we still got these Marines on the top side of the map as well.
Yeah.
And like Drogo said, Scarlet is absolutely broke.
Yeah, and Major's mining again from that center base, so his income's much, much higher. As you can see,
Muse.
starting to get the monies.
One Mule even refuses to work.
Yeah, Scarlet is broke. And this
There's
looks
one
like
sad mineral patch left in the natural. It's like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but it's like 140 minerals. My precious!
Scarlet is starting to mine again from this base at the north now, so not giving up yet, but in terms of army supply, you can see it's the bottom, 73 to 42.
He's gonna drop a couple tanks, try to get a quick shot off on those drones.
Yeah, well,
Mining,
shot off on
yeah.
anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Well done. Excellent game at Major. Very tense back and forth game.
Yeah.
And it's really bringing the suspense back in this nation war between Mexico and Canada, because the next play is going to be Desro.
Yeah.
And Desro definitely has what it takes to get a victory, and it would be a very important victory. And I hope so for Desi, but you know, as a neutral spectator, I gotta say Major is the favorite going into that one.
Absolutely, and if Major does it, we're going to game 7, baby, where Canada gets a full revival of one of their players, Huck, Scarlet, or Major. But it looks like Major now comfortable enough to move away from his third and look for the victory to take down Scarlet. And both Hook Scarlet would be eliminated for now as he stims forward. And this is going to be a win. There's nothing left here. Well played from Major. Very good game. Very solid. And that is going to be the winner. Mexico get 2 on the board. And that means that Desro has to perform today, baby. GG.
GG.
Woo!
Wow. A lot of pressure on the captain now, man, of Canada. We know Desro loves NationWars. We know he loves this format. But this is truly where he has to shine. Like I said before, getting the wins against Belgium in the qualifier, you know, that's great. That's great for confidence. Looks great on the statistics. But, you know, if you truly want to be an asset to your nation, this is where you have to shine. It's a very big game. On the biggest stage, and if you win this one, your nation moves on to the winners match, which makes your life so much easier. Then you only have to win 1 out of the next 2 series.
And he was put to the test against Kelazor when they played against Brazil and failed the test then. And now it's another Terran.
Yeah, Kelazor is very strong though. Just like Major, it's actually very cool to see the rise of the South American. Well, Major is more Latin America, but South American Terran players.
I guess.
Drogo, no
French
passion.
Drogo.
I think that's awesome.
I have no passion. Like, the only thing on my mind is what is going to be the next map. Because when you're the weaker player and you play with a Terran, there is a lot of cool stuff you can do, but it's heavily reliant on the map.
Drogo, I'm going to tell you.
A couple of cheeky pylon rushes with a little bit of photon overcharge, deny the natural.
Drogo is prior on terraces.
Yeah, you know, one adept into a mothership core.